All praise to the Most High, to the Heavenly Mother, Yahweh Shai, our example. You know, this is pretty amazing. I started watching the video, and then, I was kind of like shocked at first when it first started. And then it played for a while. And then he started saying something about this right here. Ku, cool. And I don't know, I just got curious. So I looked up what cool. So this it seemed like the oldest that I can finally kind of get. But the first thing popped up, I lived in Hawaii for a long time. The first thing kind of popped up was, let's go back, was this. You can go to all the tourist shops, all Waikiki. They got these, these little tiki masks. Or, tiki things. I didn't know what some of them meant. But this is what they're saying, you see. They're saying Ku, Ku, but it's adding something, you see. Ku, it's a tiki doll, or tiki. Divine guardian of the, so-called Hawaiian. And then it says Ku, god of war. So, that's just what I found out just when he said that. But as I started Brother Big Judah's lesson, and I'm halfway through it. I don't know what to say, family. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, because I went to the store, me and Summer, because I think that's here. Look, it says Tuesday. We did the video on Tuesday when I went down to the state capitol. So when we went shopping in the store, and after I got done, and I got the receipt, and I looked at it, and Summer looked at it, and she said, "Wow, Dad, look, it was $40 and 44 cents and when it was a zero at the end." I don't have the receipt for the food and all the rest of that stuff. And when she said this, she said, "Dad, those are your angel number." I was laughing. I was like, "Yeah, it sure is, Summer. Ain't that something?" After we came back from the Capitol and all that, I said, "You know what? I'm going to buy a lottery ticket." That was so cool. The way all those fours went across like that. And then zero at the end. So, bought a lottery ticket just to show the receipt. And then, next thing you know, here you go. Look at the numbers. Coincidence? See the date on there. Tuesday. There's no really date on this. I guess this was like, it says 2 hours ago. I don't know. Coincidence? I'm gonna finish watching. It's pretty amazing. How would I go in there the day before, leave out of that store with a receipt? I don't know where the receipt is. It's just amazing to me. And then the thing about it was Summer was there. Summer was like, "Oh, she's Dad." I don't know. She said, "Dad, it's $40. It must have been $40. It was $44 and 40 something cents, something zero, because those fours was all the way across. And I don't know. All praise to the Most High. That's a great sign. That's some wonderful confirmation. I mean, like I said, this is 2 hours old. I just decided I'd check it out and see what Big Judah had to say. It was posted it. I haven't even got to the end, and I'm just totally amazed. And then I'm not sure if the Ku is the one that's over here that we saw, the God of War. Is this the Ku, or is this something else? I don't know, because you see, just look at this Edomites, and these are not the Hawaiians, and they'll fight you and say that they are. They're just as white. You see, they're trying to make them just as white as they can get them, and say that they're not our people. But if you go down to Honolulu, right there in the middle of right where the palace is, and you're going to see a statue of Kamehameha, and you're going to see that this is a black kingdom. Let's see, can I look up on there real quick? so the video's not too short. All right, let's see. Come here. Let's see. I don't know if I got it spelled right. There it is right there. Does it look like this is a white kingdom that's been in that sun for how long? So you know the ones that they're showing now, those aren't the real Hawaiians. Okay. If they were white, they would have made that statue right there that they were doing with all these flowers. That would have been white too. I've been living there all that time and see the statue all the time. If you go into downtown, you're gonna see this statue. And look, they even showing when it was put there. All that long time, that statue ain't been bleached white. It's been in that hot baking sun. That'll turn anything white. Not the statue. All praise to the Most High, you see? It's just sitting out there. It's beautiful. And believe it or not, I did community service in this building. I used to talk to the tourists and stuff in front of there all the time. Right in front of there, that's where I would be, right there. That building is where I was working back in there. Believe it or not, it was great. It was cool. And I think once they had that, and the next day when I came out, when they were cleaning up, you know, and stuff and around the grounds, oh, Suzanne, so many flowers. All praise to the Most High.